for it. Red Bull has been fantastic about like their influence. They were doing an influencer strategy before they even realized it by using like extreme sports athletes. Yeah, I would say Red Bull and the Mountain Dew types definitely. You should see like how many Mountain Dew partnerships we're working on a daily basis. Mountain Dew has an absolutely ludicrous number of influencer partnerships in the works.
I just watched our time, 10 more minutes. So I just want to say, is there any particular area you want to make sure we cover in the next 10 minutes?
Me particularly? No, go for it.
No, we've covered a ton, so go ahead.
What were you going to say, Pete?
Oh, nothing. I was just like, I'm good wherever you guys want to go.
I guess, is there anything around personas and journey mapping and that we haven't covered yet that you would say, hey, these are things you really should take into consideration?
It's tough to make a specific recommendation because I don't know who you guys are working for and how big your budget is, but I would say depending on how big your brand is, do not be shy to pick like one major target and go hard on that target. That was always our philosophy was like, if we're losing mom, we're losing, right? Like, doesn't matter how hard we're winning with the aging boomer who's buying us for heart health. If we lost mom is number one, right? Like find your diehard key target that's going to make or break your business and never lose sight of him or her. Because if you lose your key target, doesn't matter how many of the like extended catalog product you sell, like the extended SKUs, supplemental SKUs. If we weren't selling Yellow Box and Honey Nut hardcore every day, we were going to lose as a business. So don't ever stop talking to that key person, and just once you know that key person is being addressed properly, then you can like widen your efforts from there.
And so when you looked within, let's just say within General Mills, at some of the other brands that were smaller, did they then really spend more time with, okay, we need to really focus on who's going, because again, maybe you don't have as many dollars to do. Do you have a good example of a smaller brand that you really were able to be choiceful with that then with limited funds, you were able to be super efficient and effective in driving growth?
Yeah, I think Betty Crocker was super, super good at that while I was there. Betty Crocker like knew exactly the one type of person that was buying Betty Crocker stuff, and they built hard on that target, right? They knew the person buying Betty Crocker stuff was like a woman probably with a medium-sized family in her late 30s, early 40s, and they just went absolutely all in on that target. They only spent money where they knew they could talk to her, and they only built products and marketing executions that they knew would speak directly to that woman. Yeah, and like it's mind blowing. Like if you look at where they spent their money, like they almost spent, in comparatively like per capita, they spent almost zero on the coasts and hard in the middle of the country. Like they knew not just who they were talking to, but where she was in the country, and they targeted all their money there. And I thought that performed super, super well for them.
Right. So they were very laser focused, on the who they were, and then And what moments did you find most relevant for that group? How did you find those moments?
That was like those moments. I think were totally taken just from consumer research and interactivity. They had this whole consumer insight that was built around like Betty Crocker is about like personal indulgence, but like this like a specifically indulgent moment where that consumer wants to feel like she's taking care of herself and the people that she loves, right? Like I'm baking, but I'm busy. But just because I'm really busy doesn't mean I can't make brownies for my family. And they went super hard on that moment, right? Like they wanted to make it easy for that consumer to take care or to be sweet to the people that she cares about.